Hello everyone, this is Steve from McFate's Corner. I hope today finds you well. I'm checking in with you with some good news from the channel and to show off some great new gear I have for my trip coming up next week across the state of Missouri on the Katy Trail. The month of May was a great one for me here on YouTube. I hit a milestone with 500,000 lifetime views. For the month I had over 60,000 views. And for the last week in May, I had my best week of the year at 15,000 views. I fell just short of 3,000 subscribers, but I'm only 4 or 5 away, and that'll be a great milestone for me to reach. My shorts are doing well. I'm bringing 1 or 2 shorts a week, ranging from 1,000 to 2,500 in views, generally speaking. And I had a great review on my Nature Hike Ultralight Monger tent with over 4,000 views. That really helped out my channel. In total, in May, I gave you 7 videos, 46 shorts, and 5 community posts. I'd like to thank 3 very special subscribers. First of all, my friend Katy, who donated a buy me a coffee. Thank you very much, Katy. You're a sweetheart. I have 2 subscribers that joined my YouTube membership. Clinton from his channel, How Bizarre, something like that, and Kelly from Iowa. They're YouTube subscribers, and they're going to get a special preview of this before I release it to the rest of you all, because it means so much to me, and that's the way you're supposed to do it on YouTube. Let's highlight some new exciting gear I've acquired for my great trip coming up next week on the Katy Trail across the state of Missouri. From the company Outdoor Vitals, I have this Altitude Sun hoodie. It's very sheer, it's very breathable, 100% polyester. It's long sleeve, but it'll keep you cool even in the highest of temperatures, even in desert conditions. It dries quickly. It's a great deal. I got it for $37 and they usually go for almost $50, so I'm very happy to try this out. It's so light you hardly feel like you have something on. Highly recommended. This Altitude Sun hoodie offers great UV protection for those days in the sun. I am going to have some rain on this trip, but days of sun, some of the days are predicted with a UV index of 11, which is extreme. So all the protection you can get is great, and then you don't have to mess with messy creams and greasy creams that you have to wash off. I finally invested in a great rain jacket. From Kettle Mountain, I purchased this Broad Bella rain jacket. I did a lot of research. It's got all the features that I need. By going cheap on rain jackets, you're going to get one that doesn't breathe, doesn't have a lot of water resistance or protection, and you're just not going to be happy with it. You're going to have to spend some money to get a great rain jacket that is lightweight and performs well. Speaking of weight, this comes in at 277 grams, just a little over a half a pound, and folds down so small. It's very packable, folds down right into the size of the chest pocket, which is very small, which is going to aid me a lot on this trip. The Kettle Mountain Broad Bella rain jacket has a 10K DWR waterproof rating and a 10K DWR breathability rating. It has 2 hand zipper pockets. It's got the chest zipper pocket. It has vented armpits. It has a cinch around the waist. It's made of 100% nylon. These jackets run for about $150 retail. If you sign up on Kettle Mountain, they will give you a welcome discount, and I got mine for $123. Sounds like a lot for a great rain jacket, but really, if you know your rain jackets and your equipment, it's a great deal. I've been keeping track of the long-term forecast for next week in Missouri. There are going to be periods of rain, possible thunderstorms on the days I'm camping, so you have to be prepared. I picked up these Eye Creek rain pants on Amazon for $25, and they appear to be a great deal. Inside they have the mesh lining. They have a 5,000 mmM hydrostatic rating, and they are made from 65% polyester and 35% TPU, which stands for thermoplastic polyurethane. So they appear to be a very good deal at $25. They're lightweight at just about half a pound. On a trip like this, you don't want to be caught in the elements without being protected. They're small enough to pack and take with me on the trail. So I feel very good about my rain gear I have for this trip. One area in bike packing that's not talked about as much as it should be, in my opinion, is shoes and footwear. For this trip, it's going to be hot. It's going to be Missouri, so I purchased the Adidas 510 Trail Cross LT lightweight bike packing shoes. These are beautiful shoes. They're expensive shoes. They retail for $156. I got them on sale for $100. I've never spent $100 on a pair of shoes. I'm just being honest, but this is going to be worth it. At this stage in my bike packing experience, I'm ready to move on, confident I'm going to stick with it, and willing to pay a little bit more. Up to this point, I've been using the Adidas 510 Freerider mountain biking shoes that have served me very, very well. You can get them for $69. I got mine for $61. But I've had these a little over a year and never washed them. Look at how well they've held up. But to be honest, they're more for spring and fall mountain biking because they are made of leather and they are almost twice as heavy as the shoes that I just showed you. I'm very happy with them, but it was time for a trip like this where it's going to be warm, humid in Missouri in the summer to get a lighter pair of shoes for the summertime. But these shoes I would highly recommend. To go along with the shoes, it's very important to have the right kind of socks. What I like to go with is the 0.6 ultralight merino wool socks. I have two different kinds here. These are my tried and true Ryan Van Duzer ultralights. They go up to the calf. They're very good on dusty trails, gravel, because they give you a little more protection up to the calf. This is a rail trail I'm going on, so I picked up the very low-cut ultralight 0.6 sock. So I'm not as much concerned as I would be on a gravel trail in protecting my feet as for things to be comfortable, going as lightweight as possible. These merino socks wick away the moisture and are very comfortable inside your shoe. Because it's going to be rainy on portions of this trip, I wanted to pick up some protection for my bike. Generally, when it's warm like this, I just use my rain fly on my bike and just enjoy the ventilation of sleeping in my tent without a rain fly in warmer conditions. But with this rain coming in, I picked up a 4-pack of these cheap, says motorcycle covers, but you can use them for your bike. They're disposable. They come 4 to a pack for $25. And I mean to tell you what, I can't even fill this. I bet this weighs an ounce. So this will work out great for this trip. I'm going to touch briefly on 2 of the more expensive things I have bought recently, but it's going to be a very brief overview because I'm going to do individual reviews on these items. The first is the Coros Dura solar bike computer. I already have this on my road bike I've used in my training, and it's excellent. The Garmin bike computer I had was a battery eater. Too much. It went through batteries twice as fast as my phone. This, you charge it once the normal way, and then it's solar assist, and you might not have to charge this for weeks or months later. Check it out. The second item I purchased is the DJI Mini Mic wireless unit to use with my Insta360 camera, which I am recording with right now. I may or may not use this on my trip, depending on if I have time to figure out how it functions, to make sure that it works well and that I know how to use it. Right now I have an external mic that works fine on my Insta360 camera, but I want to go a step above and give some better audio, so I'm undecided on using this, but it's very small. I just don't think I'm going to have time to figure everything out and feel confident that I know how to work it and if it's worth the extra space to carry. Well, that's going to wrap things up here today. I was so happy to bring you the good news on the channel. I'd like to really thank you for subscribing, for liking, commenting, and sharing. I couldn't have got this far without you. I still have a ways to go, but I'm confident that the channel will keep growing with your help. I was excited to bring you my new gear, and I'm excited to test that out. This trip on the Katy Trail is going to be great content for the channel. I'd like to say goodbye now and take care of yourself and one another.